In a museum in Ottawa, Canada, is a strange artifact that looks like some bizarre chandelier.
It's got medieval-looking ropes on it.
But it's clearly not ancient.
It's got these sort of industrial components. It's a bit steampunk, if you will.
Now, using the latest technology, we can examine this mysterious contraption in forensic detail. It is roughly 32 inches tall, 47 inches wide, and weighs around 320 pounds.
On the top are two boxes, and they're packed with cables, batteries, and other electrical equipment.
Beneath the boxes is an aluminum ring, punctured by 72 evenly spaced plugs of material.
Hanging off the metal ring are 32 bags and 6 pipes of mysterious design about 4 inches in diameter.
What are these bags and pipes for? Where does this strange thing come from? And what has it got to do with microscopic sea creatures? Clues to its true purpose are hidden in the interior.
Inside the ring of bags is a 33-pound high-explosive bomb surrounded by tiny rings of metal. When it explodes, it fires lethal shrapnel in every direction. This is an anti-personnel bomb designed to maim and kill.
And it's no one-off. Museum records show this one is a Frankenstein creation reconstructed from the remains of over 80 devices discovered scattered across Canada. How do they end up there? Above the aluminum ring are 2 boxes.
One of the boxes contains 4 aneroid barometric switches, and barometers are used to measure air pressure. When the pressure changes, it triggers a switch.
The curious thing about these barometric switches is how low they're set at. It's about a third of an atmosphere of pressure, and the only place on the planet you'll find pressure that low is about 30,000 feet up in the air.
Which means it was delivered by air. And it is one of thousands.
In the 1940s, people began to stumble across almost identical objects across thousands of miles of territory. These objects were found from the United States to Canada to Mexico.
This strange thing holds more clues.
Below the base is an aluminum ring, and attached to the ring are a number of sandbags.
The lines from the bags are connected to the ring by a small plug of material.
And that material is gunpowder. And there are wires inside the gunpowder that are connected to those barometric switches. So when the switch is tripped, the gunpowder ignites, letting the sandbags go.
The switch is triggered to ditch sandbags by an increase in air pressure. This only happens if the bomb descends. Just one kind of flying machine ditches ballast when it loses altitude.
This is a bomb on a balloon.
Who is firing balloon bombs at North America? There's an unusual clue inside these bags. The sand.
This sand contains diatoms. And these are microscopic algae in these endless, wonderful, beautiful forms. And importantly, there are different species found in all different parts of the world. So not only can you tell where they came from, but pretty much all of these diatoms live in ocean water. And that means that this isn't just any sand, this is beach sand. And sand isn't identical around the world. There are tiny chemical differences that allow you to work out where a particular grain of sand might have come from.
And eventually they pinpointed not just to one country, but to 2 particular beaches in that country.
Both beaches are on the same island, Honshu, the largest island of the Allies' greatest Pacific enemy in World War II, Japan. How is the Imperial Japanese Army able to strike North America? The bomb itself holds a vital clue: the settings of its barometric switches.
These switches are set to jettison the sandbags between 30,000 feet and 38,000 feet.
By the 1940s, that particular height is very significant to Japanese scientists.
Between 1923 and 1925, the Japanese meteorologist Wasaburo Uishi was using balloons that floated off of Mount Fuji to test air movement at different altitudes. He discovered that at high altitudes, between 23 and 39,000 feet, there was an extremely rapid, narrow current that was blowing directly from west to east. It travels up to 275 miles per hour, and we now call it the jet stream.
And it flows directly from Japan to the west coast of North America. A perfect bomb-carrying conveyor.
In its own way, it's a quite path-breaking achievement. The Japanese have invented the world's first intercontinental bomb.
But this is a tiny weapon by World War II standards. What is the Imperial Japanese Army hoping to achieve? The answer may lie in the 6 strange metal tubes.
They are packed with a powder known as thermite.
Thermite is a combination of different powders, one made from metal, like aluminium, another made from a metal oxide, like iron oxide. And if you heat this powder, it starts a chain reaction, which creates increasingly large amounts of heat. Thermite can reach incredibly high temperatures, 2,500 degrees centigrade, about 4,500 Fahrenheit.
If they go off as planned, what happens is that this white-hot flame sprays out of these horns, burning anything it touches.
The most likely place the bombs will make landfall is the northwest of North America. It is heavily wooded.
An incendiary bomb will hopefully create a huge fire, and that will distract military forces in the area.
Unfortunately for the Imperial Army, the weather doesn't play ball. Winter 1944-45 is very wet. But these balloon bombs still remain dangerous weapons for a completely different reason.
There are ways to kill your enemies that are more efficient than a balloon that randomly drops bombs. That's a terrible way. It's not targeted. You don't know who it's going to hit or when. That makes it an excellent instrument of terror. War is meant to kill your enemies, to get rid of them. Terror is meant to frighten them. It's meant to scare them.
It's moving with the wind. Its location where it's going to land is totally unpredictable, but it's also silent. And that means you don't know it's coming.
It's exactly the randomness, the inefficiency, the unpredictability of the attack that makes it so effective. It gets into their minds.
Just how badly does it terrorize North America? Records of the Imperial Japanese military indicate that around 9,000 balloon bombs are launched between November 1944 and April 1945.
285 of these balloon bombs actually make it to America. The rest fall into the ocean or are destroyed in midair, but they're never recovered.
But U.S. authorities realize that even a small number of these bombs is enough to spread terror.
The U.S. authorities really keep a lid on these attacks. The first balloon bombs fall in late 1944, and by early 1945, there's been orders issued that there should be no publication of what's happening.
This undermines the attack in 2 ways.
One is to prevent panic among the civilian population, but the other is more strategic. They don't want the Japanese to know that the bombs are actually reaching North America.